Hey, what's up guys? My name is Cartoons and welcome to another video. In this one I'm going to be teaching you guys how to beat any caster at all as a Fire Mage on the Legion beta. This is a spec that I have been playing with for, a few duels now, and I feel like there's really no way for anyone to beat it because it allows you to stay stagnant in one place with a huge amount of buffs. So let's go ahead and take a look at my talent tree. As you can see, I am taking Rune and Power for 50% increased spell damage, as opposed to Encounter's Flow, which is used for more like mobility, running around, kiting melee type of damage increase. Rune and Power really does allow you to get a lot of spell damage, and that goes with the Flame Cannon talent. And the Flame Cannon talent is very good because it allows you to get more spell range, but also increases your damage while in combat. And it synergizes well with Rune and Power because you have to stand still, right? So Rune and Power, you got to stand in the rune, and a Flame Cannon, you have to stand still to get your 15% increased damage. And what's really nice about Flame Cannon while fighting casters is if they try to kite you away, if they try to go out of your range while you're standing in Rune and Power, it actually increases the spell range by 15 yards with 3 stacks. And since Flame Cannon and Rune of Power, like you would think that 15% increased damage plus 50% increased spell damage is just 65% increased damage, but that's not actually true. So how it works is when you put Rune of Power down, all of your base damage is increased by 50%. Your spell damage pretty much allows you to get more damage on your spells, but the buff that increases your damage actually adds up differently. So how it works is you would have, say, 100,000 damage fireball, okay? And then you increase that by 50%. So you're doing 150,000, you're doing 150,000 fireball, right? So 150,000 damage fireball, but then you increase that by 15%. You're not increasing the fireball at 100,000 by 15%, so that's 115,000 plus the 50% spell damage. You're actually increasing the 150,000 fireball, so you're doing like regular base damage plus the Rune of Power damage, and then multiplied by 1.15. So it actually equals out to be more damage than just like 65%. And I felt like it'd be important to at least explain that a little bit. But as for an example, I brought a Shadow Priest friend out here to duel him, and pretty much every time I've dueled like any caster with this spec, like there's been no possible way they've been able to beat me. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and give this guy a duel. I'm gonna go ahead and start an invisibility right as the duel starts, and then we're gonna open up with a polymorph. What Shadow Priests have for CC to be able to stop you from casting is Silence and Fear. So if we go ahead and open up with a Sheep, and then move away, pretty far range, Spell Steal the Power Word Shield off, go ahead and cast Rune of Power, and then we're going to cast Fireball into Combustion, into Pyroblast, Trinket the Fear. Since he's far away from us, he's going to not be able to fear us in time. He'll pretty much just die right there. And even if he dispersed, like I have another Rune of Power available, so like it has 2 charges, which means that I can go ahead and Rune of Power again, use that same Flame Cannon and Rune of Power buff and do these like 350,000 damage Phoenix Flames and Pyroblast, and I had like 9 more Pyroblasts in me to be able to kill him. Like there's really no way that you can lose unless he does something like run at you straight and then fear you, at which point you could block offensively if you really wanted to, and then stand in your Rune of Power and cast your Phoenix Flames until he's at a huge disadvantage. Like, there's really no way to beat this, and I'm sure that this is going to be nerfed. It's just kind of crazy because in the last few beta builds, we've seen Phoenix Flames be buffed damage-wise a lot. So, I think Fire Mages are going to be very strong in the upcoming Legion patches, maybe even when the game releases. It's going to be interesting to see how they develop, and I'm going to go ahead and show you another couple duels without my commentary, just to show you this spec and let you take it in on your own. Yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for 5 videos a week on Legion content for now, until we move into other games. But I definitely hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to give it a comment down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Cartoons out.